today I want to start with first saying why consciousness of money. What is consciousness of money? Because I get it. Some of you might be very aware of what is consciousness of money. Some of you might be really confused, like, how is it possible to channel consciousness of money? Some of you might be really distrustful to, is it actually possible to be talking to consciousness of money? Is it actually like, I had the same notion before, to be honest. I only thought you could channel maybe like higher self, some spirits, maybe your higher self, maybe other like deceased people, maybe other entities, any kind of entities out there, right? But since my consciousness started expanding and I learned more about this stuff and I realized everything is just consciousness, everything has consciousness. We could say that this way. And so it is possible to tune into the consciousness of money. And what I believe I'm channeling is the consciousness of money that is specific to myself, but is also specific to the collective that we're talking about today, that we're talking to today, and who basically the folks that are going to watch this even on a later stage because it's going to be recorded on YouTube. That kind of people's money's consciousness. So 2 years ago, I started redirecting my business completely, and I was asking my question. I was asking myself basically, what am I doing? Like, what is it that I'm exactly doing here? I was doing empowerment coaching for women, and I was doing a lot of like career stuff before, but it was always that kind of mindset level coaching, right? And 2 years ago, I was really feeling like I got stuck and I needed to move somewhere else. And I started asking myself questions. So what am I giving to people? What am I like teaching them? What is that thing? And it came to me literally, I got a download that it said it's freedom. It's freedom. And that is absolutely true. My life has been always everything about just gaining more freedom, realizing more freedom. But then I was asking myself, but what is it about freedom? Because freedom can look different to many people. It means different things to many different people. And so I got a download that it's about money. I was so clear. There was just one word. What am I teaching to people? Money. And I got really scared. I got really scared because I did not want to talk to people about money. Suddenly, all my fears came up. I was like, who am I to be talking about money? Who gave me the right to be talking about money? Who am I? Like, there are people who are more successful. There are people who are richer, wealthier. They have more experiences with money. They've done a lot of crazy things in their life. So, why me? And literally the answer was, well, there are a lot of people who are at the same level like you who are struggling with the same, and that's why you will be very relatable to people who are just like, let's just call it ordinary people, right? They're not like super rich people, they're not people who do crazy stuff with money, they're just like me and you, these kind of people. And you can empower a lot of people around that just by sharing your messages, right? So I had to do my inner work myself and make peace with that okay, this is consciousness of money, and it's here because why? Because so many people have this distorted view on money, have been taught many things about money. We all have those beliefs about money. We were brought up with certain beliefs around money, like, you have to save to have money. Like, this was a big one for me. Save to gain. And that is quite the opposite of what we are talking about here. Or never spend a ton of, like, don't spend a lot of money. Like, I was brought up to live very frugal, and only in my like later years when I was already an adult and I started earning good money, I realized that even though I'm earning good money, I'm still only buying the things that I deem necessary. I would never buy myself anything that is or that would be considered by myself or by some frugal other people that would be considered luxurious. Like I would not buy the things that I want for myself. I would only buy the things that I needed. And I was a real show blocker. So today, I truly believe I'm the right person to be talking about money because of the journey I've been through, because of the upbringing that I had, and because of the societal norms that I'm breaking through for myself, and I'm delivering these messages for many other people to break through those beliefs for themselves. So here we are. Here I am channeling the consciousness of money. Just yesterday, a very powerful activation came through, and it was just like happening simultaneously as I was listening to something else. It was so crazy because it's like having a TV on and a radio on, or like two different, completely different channels, and they're like, oh my god, and I'm hearing them so clearly because it was just the download was such a strong thing, and it wanted to come through no matter what I was watching or what I was listening to. So today, I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining. If you like this stuff, if you want to learn more, because of course, like today, I'm just going to give you a glimpse what we're doing here. Just feel free to subscribe to my YouTube or on TikTok, for future notifications so you can watch this stuff. And I'm doing a lot of stuff for free. I'm actually sharing a lot of things for free because I believe that this information is free because it's available to everyone. Basically, I'm just a conduit delivering that to you in a certain way. It's very specific to me, it's my unique way. And for all of you who would like to go deeper, who would like to take that on to the next level, of course there is activations in my shop available, and I have courses and whatnot. You can find it all in my bio and my links. And but most importantly is that, and I want to stress it really here, that everyone has access to these kind of information. I'm not like, a chosen one or a special one. In a way, we are all special and chosen one, of course. But everyone has access to this kind of information, and sometimes it's just more fun to do it with other people together, right? So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm sharing that, and that's why I'm offering all this things around, because it's just such a great fun, and I'm loving it. So today we're gonna go live into sort of messages what are coming through. If you have any questions, please type them in. Type them in. I will see them. I just don't know why it's so dark. Let me. Shall I try something? Okay. Yeah, didn't change. Well, never mind. Okay, you guys, if you have any questions, just feel free to put them in here, and I will see them later on. So by the end of the transmission, I will actually respond to some of the questions if we have time, and let's see what it takes us. So, okay, let's do that together. Woohoo! Okay, awesome. We're here. Well, thank you for having us. It's such an exciting time. Oh, we know many people have different questions, and many people have so many questions, and they're starting with usually with the word how. How do I do this? How do I do that? And we just want to emphasize that almost all of you, we're saying that with lots of love, almost all of you are trying to approach your problems in this old fashioned way. And that old fashioned way is your 3D reality. And you can't help that. It's very natural, it's very normal to do so. You're asking yourself, now I have all those information, now I'm receiving those beautiful things, and I'm kind of sort of starting to believe them. I'm actually maybe opening to them already, but how do I do that? How do I do that? And it's not so much about doing. This is probably the biggest obstacle for so many people. And we want you to take that. We want you to take you through that obstacle today and Start thinking differently. For you to move from the 3D into fifth dimension, we will explain what that is. 3D, three-dimensional world is basically what you live in. It's your feeling, seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, all those things. You feeling that world with your senses, or you perceiving your world with the senses, and you consider it to be very solid, because when you touch the desk or you hold the chair that you're sitting on, you can feel that it's solid and it's built of material, and that's why you believe this is the real world. And in a sense, it is real. For your senses that we just described, it's very real. It's super real. It's so real that when you hit a wall, you hurt yourself. That's super, super real for you. But then there's another dimension. There is a higher level of consciousness that we love to talk to you about, and where we want to start our conversations all the time, because it's not needed for you to understand the 3D, the 4D, and all of those things. And it's not even needed for you to do the jumps or to make your ways out of those realities. This is a high speed crash course for you on money right now, because we are taking you to the fifth dimension right away without any preparation whatsoever, because you don't need it anymore. Maybe you needed that before, maybe 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, 50 years ago. Absolutely. Right now you're ready. You're different beings. Your environment is so much favorable to the changes that you can be experiencing, and it's not even changes. We are not talking about miniature, about small adjustments that you can go through. We are talking about new reality. We are not talking about how to change your life, how to fix those things, how to get some improvements, sort of like how to put together your life when it's broken into pieces, like a plate which is shattered on the floor. We are not talking about how to glue those pieces together, how to improve anything, how to make it better. We're talking about a completely new plate. Do you understand? You can create your own reality from scratch without knowing anything before, well, without any conscious preparation, but you have been preparing yourself your entire life anyway. But you're ready right now. So why not get into the fifth dimension right away? The fifth dimension is the dimension of love. It's basically where you are aware that you are loved, you are the light, and everyone else is light like yourself, and everything else is consciousness. It's the light. Everything else is the same. Some people will say, oh, it's the energy. We are all built of energy. Everything is made of energy. Everything is consciousness. And that's where you realize the most of it is in your fifth dimension. That's the dimension of love, where you're aware that you are creating everything out of love. Well, actually, you're not creating. Everything has been created already, but you're tuning into the reality of fifth dimension, and you're tuning into the vibration. So let's put it this way. You live in your body and you're aware of your a 3D reality, and you becoming aware that you are more than just a body. You're a soul, you're a spirit, and you can tune yourself into the higher vibrations. And you have the ability to do so, and you have the ability to actually live in that vibration all the time. That is the high vibration of love. That is the high vibration of your soul's highest expression of wealth that we talk so much about, because we want you to get that. Your wealth, your money is not what is in your bank account right now, or how much wealth do you possess right now. Your wealth is when you get to the fifth dimension. That's heaven on earth. This is what you're creating right now. We're saying creating because it feels like, oh, it's something new and I've created it. Yes, and you've created that, but it's been here already. Does it make sense? All the job that you have is actually just to attune to the reality that you want. And you can do it right now, right in this moment. And you don't have to be waiting and you don't have to be struggling. And so many of you have been going over about this job manifesting so hard because you've been putting so much effort into the actions, but your actions have not been aligned to the reality you want. And that's why they were quite, we wouldn't say quite futile, but in the intention that you set for yourself, they were not bringing the results that you wanted. Nothing is ever futile, but you either allowing something that you want or you disallowing. That's the good news. Nobody is doing anything to you. It's your job, my friend. It's you. You either allowing yourself to be in that high vibrational state that is only love, or you are disallowing that for yourself. But it's your choice. And we want to bring you to this moment, to the choice that you have in every moment of your life. And that is the responsibility for your choices. That's the first step you need to take. Seeing the creations around you as you're doing. Oh, I've created that. But hey, there is a war and I didn't create the war. No, but you can tune yourself into the reality of your wealth where the blocks that you think you have, that the lack of money and wealth and all the resources that you want are actually not present. It's just, it comes down to the choice that you have in every moment and what you focus on. And you can be focusing on those things that you don't desire, or you can be focusing on those things that you're desiring. That's it. It's very simple. For this very moment, we just want you to understand that you have more power in choosing. You have way more power that you than you have ever allowed yourself to realize. That is the first step to realizing your own power. And if you get that this today, our job is done. Really. Just realizing your own power in your own creation. When we say creation, you're not going out to build some stuff. You're not gonna figuring out, oh, how do I earn more money? What's the business I need to do that I'm gonna create more money? What's the investment I need to find to create more money? These are still the questions of the 3D world. In your high vibrational state, in your fifth dimension, you're not asking yourself those questions. You are in this moment and you are asking yourself, what does it what is what does it feel better to me right now? What is more joy for me right now? What brings me more happiness right now? You're not asking yourself, how do I figure out things? Because unfortunately your human mind, your rationale, the logic that you developed so well during your lifespan will never understand this, will never figure out things for you so you can start manifesting in the fifth dimension. It's not built this way. It's gonna be abandoned a little bit. It's gonna be left out in the third dimension. I'm not saying you're gonna go mindless. You're not gonna take care of your body or your safety or your security, like running in the streets, not taking any consideration to the traffic or what. This is not what we're saying here. What we're saying here is basically your logical mind will never figure out those things. They're happening on a subconscious level to you, through you, and for you. And your job is only allow that. And so many times the logical mind is actually in the way of allowing it with its logical question about how you're going to support yourself, but how you're going to bring in that income, but how you're going to pay your bills. You need to be responsible, right? That's the logical mind that we're talking about. And this mind will keep you small and stuck. It will not allow you to move to the fifth dimension because it's not logical and it's not even practical. And it's not very secure when you think in terms of logic. So realize your inner power to choose for yourself in every moment and the responsibility that you have that you are choosing all the time and consequences for your choices. Because everything that you had in your life before, everything that you're creating right now, and that you've been creating so far has come because of your choices. And not the choices we mean, oh, where do I eat today, in which restaurant, or what shoes do I wear, or do I go right or left. No, not this kind of choices. We are talking about the choices about how you want to be being, how you want to be thinking, and consequently feeling. So the choices are whether you're staying in 3D or you're moving up to the fifth dimension. That's the choice. And you always have available those higher vibrational choices. They're always available to you, no matter what you do in your life, no matter what you have in your life. Well, you say, in my life, I don't have enough money, so I can't do the choice to purchase something, let's say. And that might be very well right now in your experience the truth. But you can make the choice to move to the fifth dimension, to realize who you are, that you are loved, that you are self expression of the source, and you are the piece of God's energy. You can always make those choices to be in your beingness no matter what you do outside, no matter whether you go somewhere else or don't go anywhere else. But no one else can think for you or make those choices for you. That's why you need to take full responsibility that you are making those choices for yourself. And this is a happy beginning of a very happy journey and an absolutely thrilling life ahead of you. This is what you can expect by being here and this time being aware of what's going on and just expanding your mind and opening your mind and making the conscious conviction for yourself to live with an open heart fully. Richer, wealthier, happier, more joyful on all levels. This is why you came here. This is why you choose to be here. You didn't come here to suffer, struggle, make your lessons, and then somehow make it to the end with pain and suffering and then exit. You came here with a clear purpose to experience the most joy that you can just figure what could be the most joy for yourself right now in this time. That's it. This is why you're here. This is why you're still here, otherwise, you would not be here anymore. And this is what you can be looking forward to. And for today, that's a all for now. Thank you. That was fun, you guys. I really enjoy that. Sometimes the energy is so pressing. It's like coming so quickly. I can't even articulate the words. And sometimes I just need to go back and kind of rephrase that because it feels better in terms of alignment. So let me just have a look if there are any questions. If there are no questions, I'm just gonna go on TikTok and see if some of you guys. Woohoo! Okay. What about YouTube? You guys, are there any questions? I don't know. Maybe there will be. Um, maybe there will be questions later on. So I'm happy to respond to them as well. So this is it. This is a taster for you to get the live messages. And if you have any questions, even for the future, something comes up for you, just let me know. I'm very happy to bring that as a topic for our lives. I'm planning to do the lives for now on Thursdays. The times may vary. Let's see how we're doing with that. And yeah, I'm very excited for this journey for all of us together because this is going to be a hell of a ride. I can just so feel it. I have felt that since the start of this year, 2025. And it's been a slow and quite healing start for myself. But I know the last half, like the second half, it's gonna be just like explosion, pure explosion. So, you guys, if you feel the same, let's connect, let's stay together, and let's see where we get from here. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this. If you have any comments, just let me know what you think about it, whether that resonated with you, whether you got anything. But no matter the words that are coming through, these are very also energetical transmissions as well. So, sometimes the words are not as important as the energy that is coming through. And I just personally love to bask in this energy. That's why I'm doing these lives and activations and transmissions, even, openly on those platforms, because it's my absolute pleasure to be here and to be delivering those messages. I'm getting so much out of it already on a personal level that, my body, my spirit is thriving absolutely with these. So thanks for being here, and I'm gonna see you um very, very soon. Take care for now. Thank you, guys.